25th of November, 2024. Today is very many things, and it's also the beginning of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. As we talk about very many things that happen in the country. Sasa skiza, yeah? You have been thinking about coming to the end of the year. Yes, that's one. Think about later in your life and your plans for life. We have talked about this for 2 weeks now. There are people who have heard it and they have started doing something about it. And there are people who are hearing it for the first time today, and they will definitely start doing something about it. And this is, think about, what's those 3 things about wealth? You build, you grow, you?
You create. Then you manage.
Grow.
Then you grow.
You grow and then you manage. Yeah. Create, grow, and manage your wealth. Not just for you for now, but also for you for future, for retirement. Yeah. And last week we had 2 bosses from Standard Chartered Bank.
Yep.
And we were talking about this and what Standard Chartered Bank is able to do, especially if you think about priority banking. So remind people who didn't hear it about it.
Okay, so here we are. A situation where you can say, okay, so I've been trying to think what to do with this money that I have, or at least the little that I have, and I want to make it, grow it in the future. Which better folks to go to than those who've been in the business for 100 years to be able to show people what to do with this money that you have, where to place it that it's going to grow for you, who to talk to. And they keep saying, everyone just buys land. No, you can diversify your investments. And you often say, okay, so this diversification, where is it? It's okay, because the folks at Priority Banking, Standard Chartered, will be able to tell you all of this, everything that you need to know, where you need to go, where you need to put your money, how much of it you need to put aside, every question that you would have. Email prioritybanking.ke@sc.com. Somebody's willing to be able to sort you out and have a chat with you.
Yes. So we are getting into the festive season. That's why we're saying Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays already. 25th of November. This is the last week of November. Next week, Christmas week. Christmas begins next week, right? And this is the season where we all start thinking about what to do, and giving. And giving is one of the things that we want to have a conversation on. Light of the World giving machines being launched at the Sarit, your city. Kazia Kabutu is head of marketing at Sarit, and Dennis Mukasa, stake president at the Nairobi East Stake of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Kazia, Dennis, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How you doing?
Good
morning.
Good to see you here, Dennis, as well.
Good, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kazia is our friend. She's been here before. So you see that she has the confidence of someone who's been here before.
Yeah.
So we have made the seat hotter for you, Kazia. That's a hotter seat of the Situation Room. And Dennis, that's a hot seat of the Situation Room.
Okay.
Karibuni sana.
Asante.
You will tell us about this giving machines, what it means, and especially when you talk about Light of the World giving machines, what's that all about? And very many conversations we're going to have in the hour. First, listen to the day's proverb. CT has been looking at proverbs from undersea Africa. From the Africa that is south of the Sahara.
Yes.
Okay.
Sub-Saharan Africa is what it's called. We were in the eastern part of Sub-Saharan Africa. Now we've moved to the southern part. And we are in the kingdom of Eswatini.
Eswatini.
Yes. Formerly known as Swaziland. They decided this Swaziland thing isn't working for us. Eswatini is better. Yes. Named after the king, Mswati II. Not this particular Mswati. There's an earlier Mswati II. It is him whom the country is named after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some guys in the West have been mocking him as the last absolute monarch. You blah, blah, blah. those kind of things.
They don't know what they're talking about. They need to go to the Middle East. He's not the last absolute monarch. Something I thought I would just mention to you. If you want to refer to a person, and to, like we say, we are Kenyans, Nigerian, what would you say about Eswatini? A person.
Somebody from Eswatini.
Yes.
An Eswatinian. What do you call an Eswatinian?
Exactly. What do you call an Eswatinian? That's correct. What do you call an Eswatinian? Do you know? Well, even I didn't know before I started reading it. It's called a Liswati.
Liswati.
Yes.
One person.
One person.
And there are many?
Emaswati.
Emaswati.
Yes. And the language? Siswati. Okay?
Okay.
He or she?
Yeah, wait. Please.
Eric, let me just read the proverb and let's move along, shall we?
Cause problems on Monday
Exactly.
morning.
Yes, exactly. I see where it's going with this. The antelope that is constantly moving will fall into a pit.
The antelope that's constantly moving will fall into a pit. Kazia, what's your interpretation of this proverb?
Guys, I think... No, I don't have an answer.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do.
Think
you
about
thought
it.
about it, and then you said, this I don't think will work. That one which you said wouldn't work.
It
let's
will
hear
work.
It will work.
So the antelope that keeps on moving will fall into a pit.
Yes, it will.
So I'm thinking the person that has got no direction will somehow end up in a hole or somewhere. Oh,
Hold on.
I'm wise.
See?
Hold on. And we told you.
Yeah.
Dennis, what's your interpretation?
For me, I think if you keep moving, just moving for the sake of moving, you will end up perhaps in a place that you didn't intend to be. Without a vision, that is. Yeah.
If you keep moving forward.
Evil doing.
Yes.
Loitering without intent.
Yes.
Utashikwa na polisi. You will end up in a cell.
Yes. And you'll be charged with vagrancy.
Bas. Okay. Good interpretations. Mr. President Dennis Mukasa,
Yes.
you are stake president of the Nairobi East stake of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yes.
I think let's start with the church. And then now you shall bring us to the stake and then to Nairobi and then to Nairobi East.
Yes.
Okay. What is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
So the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is a worldwide church that was established in the year 1830.
1830.
The headquarters is in Salt Lake City in Utah. Currently, we are over 17 million members globally, but in Kenya, we are about 22,000 members of the in Kenya, across over 40 congregations.
What do you mean congregations?
In over 40, what we call churches.
Okay.
Yeah.
40 churches in Kenya.
Yes,
Okay.
over 40 churches in Kenya. Yeah, so the church has been in Kenya since the early 1980s, but officially recognized in 1991. That's when it was officially recognized.
What do you mean when you say it was officially recognized?
Yeah, as in officially registered. Official registration.
It was registered?
Yes.
Before, how was it registered?
Before it was operating, the church, the members who used to meet, but the legal recognition had not been granted at that time.
It was just a fellowship.
Yeah, and then in 1991, we got the official legal registration
Okay.
in Kenya. Yeah.
Okay. So what is it? It's you are Christians.
Yes, we are Christians. Just
What's
like
the
any
difference
other
between you and other churches?
we're actually the same.
All right.
In very many aspects. We believe in God. We believe in Jesus Christ, and also we believe in the Holy Ghost. Though what really is different is because apart from the Bible, the Holy Bible that we have, that we believe to be the word of God, we also have an additional volume of scripture called the Book of Mormon, which is another testament of Jesus Christ. That testifies that Jesus Christ truly is the Son of God.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the differences that we have with the other churches.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is the church then organized? For example, these 40 churches in Kenya. We see other churches. We see diocese, deaconry, parish. How is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints organized?
So how the church is organized is that at the basic level, we have what we call a branch, or if it's larger, we call it a ward. What we call like any other church. If you go to a church, you call it, I don't know, you can call it a let's say a unit or something like that.
Okay.
So when you aggregate wards or branches in a geographic location,
Yeah.
then you get what you call a stake.
Okay.
Yeah. In more familiar terms, let me use terms that are familiar to most people, especially with their Catholic friends. A diocese is an area representing a larger group of Catholic churches.
Of parishes.
Yeah, of parishes, yes. So in this case, a stake is a geographical administrative region representing many wards or branches or parishes in that case.
So it's like a diocese.
Yes, like a diocese.
I
Only
see.
That, yeah.
So that's what we call a stake.
That's what
and
we call a
stake here is S-T-A-K-E.
Indeed.
I don't know how different to pronounce it from the other stake.
Yeah.
So it's-
It's pronounced the same actually.
Yeah.
Steak nyama.
stake, same.
Yeah.
All right. So Nairobi East stake is like Nairobi East diocese.
Yes, correct.
How many stakes do we have in Nairobi?
We have three stakes.
And as stake president, you're like a bishop in a diocese.
Yeah, I preside over the stake.
Right.
Yes.
Karibu, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Sana.
Now we'll talk about the Light of the World giving machines that's being launched at Sarit. So, Kezia,
Yes.
Sarit does very many things, right?
Yes.
We've talked about, the retail spaces at Sarit, but also the exhibition space at Sarit, right? So, where does this fall?
So this is a very important initiative for us, being the mall of choice, being the premium destination mall in East and Central Africa. For the first time in Africa, the first time, we'll be hosting these giving machines at Sarit. It's an initiative that is fun, that aligns with our values of being a family mall, being compassionate, and also being philanthropic, but in the most fun way. So this particular giving machine is like a vending machine where you can actually swipe, and any donation that you actually swipe, right, goes back to the organizations that the Church of the Latter-day Saints has selected to be part of this initiative.
So, whose initiative is it? Is it Sarit's or is it the churches?
It's a partnership between
The
both.
two.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to the beginning. What is this partnership?
So this particular partnership has been brought about by the Church of the Latter-day Saints, right? And it's a partnership that started in Utah, I believe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And
That's right.
this particular initiative started off in America. And it has spread across the world. And it's coming to Sarit through the church itself. And this particular initiative, you'll be able to give anything from a goat to school fees to a family in Kenya in need. Yes.
Okay. So I'm very interested in the mechanics of it all and how, if you could just jump into that, I think there'll be other peripheral conversations. But so how does this work exactly? Because when you say a machine, I'm thinking, okay, so there's a machine that you stick a coin in and then it lights up. Or what is it that you do? What are you putting in? Are you putting in your donation? Or are you putting in what you want to give? How exactly does all of this work now getting into this season?
Okay. So a giving machine basically is a vending machine that works in the reverse. So instead of buying, let's say, a candy or a can of soda for yourself, it works the same mechanics as a vending machine. But now you go and select an item. You can select, maybe you want to buy a hot meal for a family in need somewhere. So you go and select the hot meal, and then you pay. Only that now you will not get the hot meal from the machine, but there's a token that will come out from the machine that now will be given to the non-profit organization that is in charge of delivering that hot meal
Okay.
to that family.
So on the thing,
Yeah.
there are different options. Like how you not go to a normal and you can get a candy bar or you can get a soda or you can get gum or whatever.
Yes.
So in this case, it's hot meal, goat, school fees, something.
Yes.
So then I put in.
You pay?
I pay.
You pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For whatever
What do you do
item.
first? You first select what you
Select.
You select what you
Yeah.
want, right? So we have the hot meal that is going for 200 bob, right? So you pay via card or via M-Pesa, right? And then
For the number that you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the item falls at the bottom of the bin, right? And then from there, on the 15th of January, all of these donations will be collected and split among the different NGOs that we are working with to make sure that that hot meal goes to that particular family or that goat goes to that particular family and so on and so forth.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many items are here?
So in this case, we have 30 items. We have 30 items. We have We have vegetable seeds. We have chickens. You can buy chicken for our family. We have beehives. We have hygiene kits. We have school kits.
Chickens as in live chickens.
Yes, they'll be given live chickens. Yes.
They'll
They're
give you
not
live
in the
chicken.
machine city.
Yeah. Yeah. Live chicken.
You said what? Sanitary?
Hygiene kits.
Hygiene kits.
Yeah.
Right.
Primary school scholarship. You can contribute to a child's school fees.
Primary.
Yeah, primary.
Primary is free in Kenya, boss.
Yeah, but we have things like uniform that the parents have to buy and
Okay.
books, things like that.
No, books are free. So what are we contributing? It's uniform.
Yeah, uniform and other educational materials.
Okay.
Things like sometimes they also get food in the school, and that non-profit will take care of that.
So what's the idea behind this? I mean, I can see it and I can understand that. Okay, fine. You can pay a little bit of something, and somebody during the festive season or just after gets, something that they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But what is the idea behind the giving machine?
Yeah, so deep within each one of us, we want to do something good. We want to help. I think it's in every human being. And so the objective really of this is to give you that opportunity to go out and help, to share the light, to light the world, to help those who are in need in a fun, memorable, and instant way, so that you can uplift those who are in need. And like in the example of chicken, of course, you're not giving them to go and eat. These are livestock that the beneficiaries will be given so that they can grow and multiply them to be able to earn income and also improve nutrition. So in the end game, really, you are helping communities to become more self-reliant and also generate income to sustain themselves and their families. Yeah.
Where else in the world does this happen?
So the initiative started in 2017 in Salt Lake City, Utah, and then it expanded 2 years later to about 5 cities. Last year it was in 61 cities, and this year it has been expanded to 106 cities. The initiative is being done in the US, in England for the first time, also in mainland Asia, in the Philippines, and in also South Americas. And for the first time, this is the very first time it's being done in Africa, and also being done in Nairobi. So it's really a historic moment that is being launched for the first time in Africa, and most importantly in Nairobi here.
How long has this initiative been in force?
For 7 years now.
7 years.
Since 2017, yes.
Was there anything that prevented it from coming to Nairobi, Kenya, Africa?
Yeah, because this was it was really a very relatively new concept. Yeah, and it was launched because there was a question that was asked: how can helping someone be instant, memorable, and fun at the same time? So throughout the years, it's a concept that was piloted and tested over time, and as we have seen that it has really blessed a lot of lives over the years, so we decided let's also expand to come to Africa for the first time, and I know in the future it also is going to be expanded also to other areas.
Explain to me this fun bit. So you're essentially telling us that spending money is fun.
Yeah, helping others.
But it's actually more important if other people's lives are benefiting from it.
Yes. The objective really of the giving machine is not to raise a ton of money. The objective really is to have you help another person. And when you do that, you feel good within yourself. And also it's a fun way of doing that. Because sometimes you want to help, but you don't know where to help or how to do that. So the giving machine really gives the opportunity on how to do it. And in a fun and loving way. Because you can go there with the family, say, hey, you want to buy a goat for a family? And then you choose the goat there, and then you pay, and you feel good. Okay,
but how then do we know that the goat actually gets to the person who needs the goat most? Or how do we know that the chicken gets the person who needs the chicken?
So the church is working with these non-profits, which are actually trusted non-profits. They're experts in the work that they do. So once the funding is given to them, there will be an accountability of the funding in March next year, a public accountability of the funding, and then it will be given to the NGOs. And then we usually have monitoring and evaluation activities. So we'll go and visit the work that they do and verify that actually the help was going there. But really at the center of it, we have no doubt that the help will get to the beneficiaries. Yeah.
So, Kazia, can I choose which I want it to go to, or is the choosing is now up to you? Once I've bought the goat, I've bought the hot meal, you decide who is going to go to?
So we have the listed NGOs that we're actually working with, right? Are Kenya Red Cross, UDHBT of Kenya, UNICEF, Caritas, Church World Service, and Clean Up Kenya. So any of those initiatives that the NGOs are coming up on, right? You can actually select and say that this school bag from UNICEF is what I actually want to purchase, right? So once the bag is purchased, right, it goes now back to the donation bin, which will now be collected by UNICEF and delivered to that child in need.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's take a break. 29 minutes to 8. We're talking about giving. We are in that season now. 25th of November. Come on, we are already in it. There's a season for giving. And we are witnessing the launch of the Light of the World giving machines at Sarit. And Kezia Kabutu, who's the head of marketing at Sarit, is here with us alongside Dennis Mukasa, stake president at the Nairobi East stake of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Ndu,
Yes.
as we do all these things, let's also talk about when you're giving, you must have something. Right? And this is something you have built and then managed with the help of Standard Chartered Bank.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you may have started with just a little, or you may have had a windfall and you're like, okay, so look at me, all this money all over the place, what am I supposed to do with it? Well, okay. So the folks at Standard Chartered will say, look, let us be able to guide you. Come and let us hold your hand. Let us show you how you can actually make wise investment with what you have. Or if you're starting at the very beginning and you have just a little, let's show you the best places to put this money so that you can actually have something for the future. It's priority banking with Standard Chartered Bank. Remember, send an email and the folks will be very willing to help you out. prioritybanking.ke@sc.com.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
As the sun rises,